Hey, it's Audeyah. Welcome back to 12 Days of Vlogmas. Let's get into day 2. To get started today, I'm going to go ahead and use my Laneige lip mask. Next, I'm going to go ahead and use my Estée Lauder. This is the Double Wear Smooth and Blur Primer. This is kind of like my everyday sort of makeup. So I'm going to go ahead in with concealer, and I like to go ahead and use this for my brows. I recently started using this particular shade from One Size because I thought it's so nice for the winter. I am almost finished finally on the Makeup by Mario foundation, so I'm just going to go ahead in with this and just apply it directly to my face because that's the vibe of the day. I don't want to be here for too long, and I just like to stipple that over my face while the concealer does what it does. So after I blend that, if I feel like I don't have enough coverage, I like to go in with the Fenty concealer, and this one is in the shade 120W, and I'll go and basically use it as like a topical color corrector slash concealer for the areas of my face that have a bit more depth than anything else. I'm going to go ahead and use this brush and just stipple it in. I don't usually let it dry down too much, and I just hit it where I need extra coverage. Whenever I have a stash, this does go in and color correct it very nicely without doing too much, but I've realized getting rid of the hair is much better than just trying to make it work with my makeup. So I'll go ahead and do some maintenance every now and again. With the Fenty concealer, I typically realize that it doesn't work very nicely for my under eye. So I'll go ahead in with the Turn Up the Base concealer, and I'll put that under the majority of my eye and only use the Fenty concealer in targeted areas. So let me show you. Down the center of my nose, just a touch right here at the sides, and then right here, because there's not much of an opportunity for it to crease in that way. The next thing I'm going to do is go ahead in with my Fenty matchstick, and this one is in the shade Espresso. And instead of going in this area that I generally contour, I go above that area because I don't want it to look super deep. And then I go ahead and balance my face by putting it on my forehead. Then I just quickly hit the sides of my nose and do like this little M shape, just following the contour. And then I'll go on my jawline, not too low, not too high, and I just hit it like that. This I'll immediately go in and blend out with my foundation brush, because nothing is worse than forgetting that you have that on your face and now you're walking around with something extra you didn't anticipate. I don't want to use any cream blush today because day to day it's not something I remember to do. But whenever I have the time, I'll go ahead and do that. Because this is just kind of like an everyday quick get ready with me type of video. So it's not going to include every single makeup step that I do when I generally have time to do my face. Next, I'm going to go ahead and back in with that brush that I use for concealer. And I'm going to go ahead and tap the majority of the concealer out over my cheek area, and then whatever is left I'll go under my eyes and blend it. That pretty much works best for me. So I've been to see Wicked, and as the Mufasa movie has just been announced as something that will be coming out soon, and you know, everyone's doing a press tour, I am actually looking forward to it because I did go to see the live action Lion King, so I'm very much excited to go see this, and I do want to go see Wicked again, so I have to make some plans for that probably in a couple of weeks before Christmas is over and the movie is out of theaters, because like God knows I need to see that movie again. I haven't stopped listening to the soundtrack for Wicked, so I feel like I definitely owe it to myself to at least see it one more time. Because it's now December 12th or 11th. I forget which. Alexa, what is today's date?
It's Thursday, December 12th.
Okay, so today's December 12th. And I'm actually incredibly excited to watch it again before it's out of the theater. In order to make sure that my under eye doesn't crease, I'm just going to go ahead and tap my under eye one more time before I go in with powder. And for powder, I've been using and enjoying the Anastasia powder. This one is in the shade Deep Peach. I actually got a whole new one in a different color, so I look forward to trying that at some point. So I'm just tapping at the back of my hand so I can go in and directly press into my under eye. You guys will be seeing some more tutorials from me as time goes on, because I realize that is one of the reasons I started my channel, and it's kind of segued into other things I did not particularly foresee. Which, I mean, it has not been such a bad thing, but one of my objectives for my channel is to get back to my core of what it was that I intended to film and all this other stuff. This is the Clinique powder in the shade Golden. And I like to use that right under here instead of using a brightening powder, because I think that's what Deep Peach looks like on me, is a little bright. So I'll go ahead in with this, and I think it's the one powder so far that I found works for me in summer and winter. I'm gonna go ahead and grab this brush, which is from Morphe, and I'm gonna go ahead and hit my cheeks with some bronzer. And this one is Mocha Mommy from Fenty. I'm just gonna hit myself where I contoured earlier. So as you can see, there's not a whole bunch of depth being added there. Now I'm gonna go ahead and switch my brushes, and I'm gonna grab the blush, the Saharan Blush Volume 1. I don't know if this palette is still available, but it's a palette I've been using, and I'm using the shade Toby, which is this gorgeous orange shade. And I like to mix Toby and Neo together, but today I'm just gonna stick to the shade Toby because I think that complements this a lot better. And then I'm gonna use the shade Zara, which is basically a bronzish kind of gold highlight shade, and just stipple that over top, because ever since blush lighter has become a thing, I've been layering my blush and my highlighter together to give me that desired effect. One of my favorite ones is actually from Fenty. So ever since that summer collection came out this year, that's what I've been using to achieve it. But I decided for the winter to just switch it up and just, you know, use the products I have within my collection. I'm going to use my Fenty bronzer and load it up a little bit. And I'm going to tap it over the highest point of my crease. So this is an everyday shadow tutorial at the end of the day. So it's never going to be an alarming amount of color. It's always going to be just enough to where I look like I tried today. So my overall look is very cutesy. And I love me a gold shadow. So you already know where this is going. I like to lift my eyebrow as a way of eliminating the creases on my eye. But if you happen to have a bit more creases, then lifting your eyebrow as well as pulling the skin a little taut will definitely assist you if you're having trouble with shadow. If you have severe creases, I would not say to go in with shimmer, because it doesn't do anything except enhance it. But I'm just gonna do what I like. So this time around, I'm not gonna pat off the back of the powder. I'm just going to go ahead in and press that as if I'm trying to bake my face. For shadow today, I'm gonna use the NYX Ultimate palette, this particular shade, because like I said, a girl loves her gold eyeshadow. I'm gonna tap off the excess because it is shimmery, and just pop that in the center of my eye. And then whatever's left on the brush, I'm going to use it to get into the inner corner and just spread it over the lid where I did not put that extra shadow. And it's just so nice and sparkly. And it fits perfectly into what I have going on. And I'm going to finish up the eyes and I'll be right back. So for my lips, I do have this Luxe liner from Juvia's Place. And then I put All Things Magical from MAC on the center of my bottom lip and just press my lips together so that I could have a very nice feel to it. And that is my lip combo. But I do want to just hit it real quick with this Glow Play, which is like a reddish Glow Play, because it just adds just enough color to my lip to where it doesn't take away from what I'm trying to achieve. It just adds a little bit more color. So I'm gonna add these 3 to my bag, and I'm gonna go ahead to dinner. So I'll see you guys in my next one. I hope you guys had a good time getting ready with me, because this is a very simple, quick and easy type of makeup look, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.